Welcome everybody, Dr. Bruno here. Today we're going to talk about how to easily find buyers for the merchandise that you found and how to multiply your profits. So by now you certainly have some free merchandise in your hands. If you haven't gotten any yet, then go back and watch that video that we did on how to get free merchandise. Once you've got some in your hands, it's time to find some buyers and it's time to start multiplying some profits. So let's look at an example. Let's suppose that you found an inventory of soap, and this soap, might be retailing for if it's designer type of stuff. This is the type of thing that you may see in spas or higher end stores, and they will sell them individually, and they'll wrap them in different ways. They might sell them for $2, $3 a piece, sometimes $5 a piece, or even more. If you can buy them at 10 cents a piece, if you take them all 5,000 units, well, that's your project. Now what you want to do is you've got some of this soap in your hands and you want to find a buyer to take it. So there are options galore. You can sell those pieces of soap individually as a single. You can make them up as a 2-pack or a 3-pack for $1 or less. Imagine that, because if at that point in time you've got 2 or 3 and they're sold for 30, 35, 40 cents, if that's what it's costing you, rather, you can sell them for $1 or more and still make a nice profit. Another option is a dollar store. Dollar stores, if it's retail packed, then they're going to absolutely love it. And if you put 2 in a package, they love it even more. So dollar stores are great buyers when you've got something at 10 cents a piece. Now there's 99-cent stores, there's also regional chains, there's also individual stores. I only have the 99-cent store here. I've never dealt with them because they are something that everybody knows. The whole idea is dollar store. There are lots of dollar store chains. We've sold to lots of national dollar store chains. When we were really spending a lot of time in this business, the 99-cent stores were more localized. So things have changed just a little bit in that regard, but the opportunity is still there. Discounters and flea marketers, they're also potential customers for this type of a product, because they're going to be out and they're going to sell them in 1s and 2s and 3s. They're going to be negotiating with people. If they can buy something for 10 cents a piece that ordinarily on a wholesale basis might cost $1 or more, then they can certainly make a real nice profit. They can make 5, 6, 7 times their money back all in one day sometimes. And sometimes what flea marketers will do is they will even sell to other flea marketers. So they'll sell some of it out and kind of be like a sub-wholesaler. Your goal though is to sell the entire load to one buyer. That is, of course, unless you want to sell it in your own store, your own online store. If you want to do that, or if you do flea markets on the weekends, you can certainly do that. But if you want to make a lot of money and you want to make it quickly, the whole idea is to sell it all to one buyer who says, look, there's 5,000 pieces. I will give you 20 cents a piece. I'll give you 30 cents a piece. I'll give you 35 cents a piece. You will then make multiple increments on the money that you invested. You'll do it all at once and you'll be on to the next deal. So dollar stores, there are national chains, as we said, there are regional chains, and there are individual dollar stores. And depending upon how you want to work, you may decide that you'd like to go around to 3 or 4 individual chains, and individual stores rather, and say, listen, take 1,000 or 1,500 a piece, and maybe sell them for a little bit more than a national chain. A national chain is going to want to buy it at the absolute best price because they're going to say, I'll take it all right now. So a dollar store can and frequently must buy everything you have to stock his warehouse and stores. Now this is true especially for the national and the regional chains. They're not really interested in coming and buying 500 pieces of soap. They want to buy 5,000, 10,000, sometimes even 30,000 or 50,000 pieces. And if you just meet one dollar store buyer who's in a regional level or above, that $1 store buyer can help you multiply your profits because they will buy from you over and over and over again. Once you build a rapport with them, that the product you have is real, that it's delivered in good condition, it's delivered on time, the price is something that you've agreed to and it's all worked out, and things work for them, and especially if their customers like what you offer them, they're going to be very receptive to you with the next product that you bring to them. Flea marketers, as we said, many can buy an entire inventory. If you sell smaller quantities to them, say you sell them 500 or 1,000 a piece, make sure you ask for a higher price than you would on a take-all basis. Buyers in your town. If there's a dollar store in your town, you might drive by and just say, look, I'll just stop by and walk in, ask for the manager or the owner, and say hello. If it's a big chain that maybe their headquarters is in another city, you'll want to get their phone number and call, and you'll ask for the buyer of the product that you've got, because there's going to be a different buyer who's going to handle different categories. The buyer for soap is different than the buyer for food. The buyer for food is different than the buyer for socks or batteries or sunglasses or dollar store readers, whatever the case might be. Whether you're in person or on the phone, there's a generalized script of what you'll want to say to them. You'll want to introduce yourself. Hello, my name is John. I'm with Acme. We have a special inventory of soap that's at a better price than you're currently paying. That's critical. You want to have their ears perk up right away so that they know that you're really bringing them something that's good, it's special, and the price is something that's going to really make them interested. If it's on the phone, you might say to them, look, I'll be in your area today. Would you like to see a sample? Obviously, if it's not in your town, then you want to say, look, I've got a sample here. I'd like to send over to you. If I send it to you today, you can have it tomorrow. What time would be good for me to call you to confirm that you've got it and see if you're interested? So you either want to confirm a time to stop by and see them, or confirm a time to call them tomorrow in order to follow up on the merchandise. You're better off, if you can, to overnight it to them than to send it in the regular mail. If you send it in the regular mail, if it's a great piece, they're going to be interested, but by then 40 other people have called them and they may forget who you are, and the piece may sit on the side and collect dust for a week or so. So moving quickly, moving aggressively, being on top of it, that's how you get the deals done. Then close the deal. Ask the retailer once he's seen it, not over the phone. Once he's got it in his hand, whether it's in person or on the phone, or rather you've sent it to him, ask that retailer what he pays for this type of merchandise. So if he's looking at it, you know you've paid 10 cents, and he says, look, I normally pay 22 cents for it. Now he might actually pay more, but you know right now that you are at least at a 12-cent profit. So you might say to him, well, look, I really need to get 28 cents a piece, and you might settle at 25. The whole transaction will take probably a minute and a half. You're not going to sit and negotiate with them for hours. They don't have time. But if anything above the buy price of 10% represents potential profit for you. Now you have a buyer. Once you make a sale to a buyer, as we said earlier, you can offer new and different items. Just ask what they're looking for. Pencil it in. If he says, you know, I like to buy at this time of year a lot of summer socks and sunglasses, keep it down. If you mark it down. If you find sunglasses or socks, send them to him. Say, look, I found something that's just what you were asking me for. Let's take a look. Same procedure. Ask them what they pay for it. You know, because you're making a deal to buy this at a very, very, very low cost, that you're going to be in profit pretty quickly and pretty easily. And you'll find people friendly and happy to see you, whether it's on the phone or in person, as you're the person with the best deal in town. I've made friends with individual merchants, with buyers in regional and national chains, because they knew when I called I had something that was quality. It was something that the price was going to be absolutely at a point where they were going to be able to buy it, and they would be able to blow it out their doors, making a profit, making them look good with their boss if they're an employee, making them happy and profitable if they're the owner of the store. So, if you're ready to get started, if this sounds like fun to you, then get some free training and get started right away. Go over to freemerchandiseandcash.info. You don't need any experience. You don't even need a website to get started. All you need to do is get over and get the free training, freemerchandiseandcash.info. Do it now. We'll see you soon.